So where were you when you first heard that he had gotten shot the 9 times?
What year was that? I got to think about it. I'm sure I was in the military.
You were in the military?
Yeah. I think I was in the military.
So that's where you heard about it.
Yeah,
when
I
you
think
were
I was in the
military
military when it happened.
Okay.
And, you know, obviously, you don't want to hear that your guy got shot.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk 101. Yeah, we gonna talk.
Let's talk about it. Like 10 years old, you meet 50 Cent. What'd you call him again?
Boo Boo.
Boo Boo. Let's
Boo.
talk about that. I want to hear, how did you meet? How did you guys even end up just growing up together?
We was on the same block, you know, same neighborhood, basketball courts. We had a thing in the hood called the Mountains. It was big dirt mountain hills. Basically, a construction company just left them there, and those became kind of our playground where we would ride our bikes and just hang out and chill. There was a boxing ring area over there where he started doing his boxing thing, and you know, neighborhood people just joined forces. And Boo Boo used to play basketball. You know, besides the hustling thing, he used to play basketball.
Was he good?
Yeah, when he wanted to be, you know. But when
Could he beat you?
I wouldn't say that.
Let's be real. Like, I like to get to it.
I mean, he can hoop, you know, but. I took hooping very seriously. You know, we had a crew of people that just hoop. Boo Boo would come out there and hustle and hoop. But if it was time to get to it, you know, we could be in the middle of the game. He'd be like, I'll be back, y'all. I'd be like, hold on, Boo Boo, we ain't done with the game yet. He'd be like, I'm done with the game. Respect. So it's one of the things where he just didn't take it as seriously but if he wanted to take, one thing I can say about him, if he puts something to his mind and says, I want to do something, he can do it. Anything he puts in his mind, he can do it. I think basketball just wasn't his thing.
Wow.
You know?
So coming up over there like that, how was it when you guys kind of separated, where you seen him go his way and you went yours?
Mm-hmm. I played ball, went to school. He was in the streets doing what he does. Every time we saw each other, it was nothing but love. Obviously, he became the global icon that he is. We lost contact with each other, but we've always, anytime we bumped into each other, it was always nothing but love. My mother and his grandmother went to church together, so there's the connection there. You know, when he did the big event for his grandfather and grandmother, where they did their anniversary and renewed their vows, my mother was at his house in Connecticut. Wow. The Mike Tyson house. So, you know, that connection's always been there, and we didn't even know it. You know, when we went on tour, I showed him pictures of his grandmother that he never seen before. He was like, I was like, yeah, this is Miss Bueller right here. He's like, that's your mom's? He's like, I sat down and talked to her for like an hour. I was like, yeah. So that synergy has always been there without us even knowing it. So, you know, one of the things when we reconnected in 2018/2019, first thing he was like, what you got going on? Because Boo Boo don't know DJ Kayotik. He knows Kareem Thompson from Southside. Yeah. So when I joined forces with him, everybody's introduced him like, this is Kayotik. And he was like, who? He's like, that's Kareem from the neighborhood. And when we joined forces, he's like, you're a radio DJ now? I was like, yeah. I was like, you know, I've been grinding. He's like, you must be good if they bring you to me. And we just joined forces, connected, and nevertheless.
When did you hear, like early on, when did you know that he was going to be the hip hop icon that he is today? Like,
I watched as a fan, as a kid from Southside, watching somebody live out their dreams. And you know, when you come from where we come from, and you see somebody take it to that level, it's beautiful just to watch and see. And that was the conversation I had when we first reconnected. I was like, I'm just paying you your flowers. Like, I'm proud of you. You know, I know where we come from. I know what you've gone through. I'm proud of you. Like,
was it before Get Rich or Die Trying that you knew that he was like gonna go?
No, mixtapes. I knew he was out of here.
That's what I'm saying. That's where I'm trying to go.
Yeah, he had the streets on lock already.
So you would know that because you're
from up there.
Correct. That's why I would know that.
He had the mixtape scene on lock. Like his mixtapes was moving like hotcakes. Like you wanted a G Unit mixtape. Point blank. Period. 50 Cent, Tony Yayo. You wanted that because that's what the street. Anybody in their car, you roll the window down, you hearing 50. Yeah. And he's had it. So it was one situation where, despite the enemy being busy and trying to block him any kind of way, the situation where he got shot, all that good stuff. When you being led by a higher power, and you got a praying grandmother and a praying grandfather and angels watching over you, his blessings were going to unfold sooner or later. And you know, I think what was it, 97?
Was it?
2000.
2003, 2000. Yeah. It was there early 2000.
Yeah, so from 97 to 2003 is when this mixtape was going. Yeah. And then he finally got the deal. And
it went crazy.
Obviously.
Him and him hooked up.
And he became the megastar that he is.
Wow. And you was like, damn.
I'm like, that's my brother.
This nigga know me and him got the hook back up.
Yeah. But no, I was in a different space. You know, I was in corporate America. I was a project manager for PepsiCo. I was in a whole different, I was military. You know, so I'm just sitting back as a fan like, that's my guy, that's my guy. Yeah. And like I said, you know, throughout the course of the years, we ran to each other in different clubs, different settings, and I would just pay him his homage and just say, yo, I'm proud of you, bro. But I wasn't DJ Kayotik. I was still Kareem Thompson, corporate guy, trying to figure things out. And then I had my own evolution of diving into the entertainment space and becoming Mr. Hypnotic, and then becoming an MC, then becoming a self-taught DJ, then becoming a radio personality. So, you know, we have our own paths, and the design what it is. I want to go back
to the Navy when you joined the Navy.
Okay. Yeah.
I want to know something about, so where were you when you first heard that he had gotten shot the 9 times?
What year was that? I got to think about it. I'm sure I was in the military.
You were in the military?
Yeah. I think I was in the military.
So that's where you heard about it?
Yeah,
when you
I think I was in the
military
when it happened.
Okay.
And, you know, obviously, you don't want to hear that your guy got shot. You don't want to hear that your guy's down. You know, again, it's my childhood friend.
Right.
You know, so it's one of the situations. It's like the environment, the city. It hurt the city as a whole, especially Southside Jamaica, Queens, because it's boo boo. You know why? But you know, resilience.
Yeah.
Faith.
Them prayers, grandma prayers.
Yeah, he got through it, and he had a story to tell.
Let's just be real. When I first hit 50 Cent was talking about everybody. He was like going in on every, not street nigga. It was like the industry people.
How to rob record.
He was wearing them out. That's when I was like, damn, this nigga right here has no respect for none of these people.
Aggressive.
Yeah. He finna try to do something here to try to get in. I could tell that by the way he was moving.
Where we come from, it breeds hunger. It breeds passion. So if you're not gonna open the door, we're gonna break the door down. You know, you're gonna respect what I have going on, and if you don't, I'll make you respect it. So I loved his tactic of how he got into the industry and how to rob record, because he got everybody's attention. Everybody's eyebrows was raised like, why? What did I do? You didn't do nothing, but you on my target list. So it was from a marketing standpoint, because we all know he's a marketing genius.
Yeah, genius.
It was great for marketing. It made everybody say, who is 50 Cent?
Made me say that. Yeah. Like, who the hell is this nigga talking about all these people like this? Yeah. He must be really one of them ones. He
took his street life into his entertainment life, learning, because he had to market back in the street. He did the marketing in entertainment. He's one of the smartest
brothers I've been around, hands down.
I want to go back, Kareem, to
Navy.
When you joined the Navy. What made you join the Navy?
And how old were you?
I was 19. Financial hardships, trying to figure things out, trying to not go down the path that was presented in front of me. It gets to a point where you take on so many different odd jobs and try to create different opportunities and try to reinvent yourself. And I'm a kid that flunked out of college, and I couldn't figure it out. I done did UPS, I done worked at Macy's, I done did every kind of odd jobs you can think of. It's like, this ain't it.
You didn't have kids at that time?
No, okay. No kids at the time. And I'm still living under my mom's roof. I'm living on Jamaica Avenue, which is in Queens. And I'm tired of living under mommy's roof. I'm trying to be my own man, but I ain't figured out what that looks like. And I'm walking down Jamaica Avenue, which is a popular street in Queens. And I'm going to McDonald's with about $5 in my pocket, the only $5 in my pocket. It's when, you know, a quarter pounder with cheese was only like $3. You get a whole meal for about $3.50.
That's right.
And a Navy recruiter pulled me to the side. I was like, what are you doing with your life, young man? I was like, trying to figure it out. And he sat there and we chopped it up. He paid for my meal. We chopped it up. And he sold me the dream. You know, I went from being Kareem Thompson to Popeye.
How long did you stay in?
I did 4 years.
Okay, that's
so I got medically discharged out. I had an accident in the military, so I got medically discharged out. But I learned a lot. I was looking at that time in my life. I was looking for structure.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk 101. Yeah, we gonna talk.